What's up, guys? I'm here on Anime Matsuri day 2. Yesterday was a big rush, so I didn't get the chance to record anything. Basically what happened is that guy here in Houston, and they started setting up at noon, which I got here right when they started setting up. And it was like a last minute, well, not really last minute, but like a couple months ago they started this voting. They sent out an email for people to see if they wanted to open on the Thursday instead of Friday. So what happened is they ended up voting to open on Thursday. So a lot of the guys try to rush on Thursday to set up, and they open at 4 p.m. So yesterday, Thursday, they opened from 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. From my understanding, it's the first time they do this. So for me, when I got here, so the artist alley is on the 3rd floor. It was super hot when we got up there. The docking doors were open, so the humidity came in. So everybody was setting up the food the food vendors and all that. So so it was very hot. So I was working very slow yesterday, the first 4 hours, and then they opened, and the rush came in, and I wasn't ready. So I was like pretty much like my mind was almost like checked out, and so I tried to do my best, and but I made it through. It was surprisingly busy, but I think it's because also a lot of people didn't make it yesterday. So we got that whole basically foot traffic coming to all the artists that were just there. So there was a lot of rows that where artists didn't set up yet. So we'll see how it goes today, because I think what's gonna happen is once everyone is officially set up today, it's gonna spread a little thinner as far as sales. But we'll see. It looks like a good show so far. There's a lot of people. Again, there's always a lot of people, but as far as foot traffic in the artist alley yesterday, it was okay. Don't get me wrong, so we'll see how it goes today. Anyway, I'm gonna show you guys around a little bit. I'm here at the right in front of the convention center. They had the food stand outside of the convention, so they blocked the street. So it's fun. Obviously I'm not gonna have time to check that out because I'm gonna be working all day in Artist Alley, but while I'm here and setting up, I'll show you guys. Alright guys, so you see this, the Avenida underground parking lot. It's the parking lot that's located right in front of the convention. So yesterday that's where I parked, and it's like $35 for a day, and I didn't want to double park because I have a hotel this time around, and it's already like $30 for the hotel. So imagine if you pay daily at your hotel, and then you come here and park underground too. It's basically $60 a day, so it's not really worth it. Luckily my hotel is only a block away, so I'm walking every morning. But yeah, yesterday I did park down there just because I had to get all my stuff loaded in. But just keep that in mind, guys. It's best if you can find a hotel and just walk rather than parking a little further, or parking in front and going back to your hotel a little further away, and pay for parking again, unless you guys got an Airbnb. But yeah, that's my take on that. Yeah. So guys, so I'm inside the convention right now. When you guys come here to the show, you check in on the 3rd floor. They have a room that's a label, for you guys to pick up your badge. And then the artist alley is in A3, which is if you're facing if you're facing the convention from the outside, A3 is located all the way to the left, up there to the left. So just remember that, guys, if you guys show up and you're looking for it. I know my friend was looking for the artist alley entrance yesterday, and they didn't have any sign yet. But today it looks like they put all the direction, the signs, to let the people know where to go. So hopefully it'll be easier today for people to find. But yeah, I don't see any problems so far. Just want to let you guys know. What's up, guys? Anime Matsuri day 2. Time to check in with you guys, right? So it's about 6 o'clock right now, and it's been a very slow day. Not like yesterday. The rush yesterday was pretty, it was a good rush, but like I said, it's because yesterday not everybody showed up. So whatever crowd was there came to you, and it felt like it was good. So my prediction was correct. Today is a little slower. Not everybody's here, but it's like 1 or 2 tables per row who's not here. So pretty much everyone is here. You know what I mean? So definitely spread the customer thin. There are a lot of people. Traffic is constant. It's not too bad from the corner where I'm at. I'm right in front of Chick-fil-A. The only problem is it's just like it's a constant traffic, but it's like slow traffic. You know, it's not like super crowded. So I wish it could be better right now. But I made some good sale. Yeah, I made some good sale. I can't really complain because I made tables since this morning already. So it's not too bad, but I was just expecting a little bit more, you know. I had more expectation. Yeah, that's about it, man. I'm just kind of tired. Yesterday, I'm just kind of tired. But yeah, let's talk about the good things about this show, man. The good thing about this show is they are actually pretty good at emailing you, updating. The table were first come first serve, if I remember, and it was like $375, $400 for the booth, and the booth is actually pretty nice. You guys can see we get a 10x10 area, which is not very common for artists. It's actually pretty nice. I like that. Some shows charge you $300 to $400, and you don't even get a 10x10 booth area. So this is definitely pretty cool. I like that. It gives you a lot of room to work on your display and come up with something very cool. So for sure, take advantage of that. Another thing is they open on time as far as check-in, you know. So I showed up here on Thursday at noon to set up. They open at noon, like they said. They had everything ready. The only thing that kind of didn't make sense to me is the block area. Hello there, guys. One thing that got me confused is when I got here is the block area that they separate the artists. Well, I guess it confused me because I didn't have the app. So what they do here, they show is they have a convention app that gives you all the update, the location of exhibitors and artists, you know, hours, everything, programming, and they don't do that on the website. So you have to download the app. I think it's their way of saying that, hey, you know, download the app so you can support them. And but yeah, so I didn't have the app, so to me I was kind of confused looking for Block C. But it wasn't a big deal because the staff here is pretty helpful. Anybody that I talk to as that are staff are super helpful. They do the rounds, like, you know, all the time. I've seen them coming by my table a lot, checking in, you know, make sure that we're good. And so it's very cool, you know. They're very helpful. They're not rude. But anyway, so they basically helped me find my table. It was nice, you know. You don't usually get that a lot. A lot of time people are confused on what's going on day one or set up the day, you know. So yeah, that was cool, you know. It was very hot in Texas, so again, when I set up yesterday, it was super hot. It's very hot. It's a very hot day today too. I can see from the window outside. So story that I heard from people, it's kind of like 50-50 about this show. Last year, this show didn't really advertise the artist alley very well, so from my understanding, it was bad for them. But my friends, 2 of them who were here, had a good show. So it's kind of like 50-50 from what I hear too, from people I just met too. Some of them had a good time, some of them didn't. It's always the same factor no matter where you go, placement and all that, advertisement and all that. But yeah, so for me so far it's okay. I wouldn't say it's great. I still gotta make my travel expenses back, so we'll see, you know, we'll see how it goes. But when I came in today on day 2, you guys see on my social media, I did take a picture of what they have all around. They did have huge banners letting people know where Artist Alley is, you know, signage, you know, security, you know, at the escalator, letting them know that this is Artist Alley, you know. So this year I think they listened to what happened last year and they fixed it, so which is a good thing. Hello there, how you doing? What was I saying? Forgot what I was saying. Oh yeah. So signage, yeah, they were pretty good at letting people know where Artist Alley was. Yesterday also, I was worried because the Artist Alley is all the way on top floor of the convention, and the only way to get here is the elevator and the escalator. So basically, there's no like door to shut it. So I was worried that it wouldn't be safe, to leave my stuff, here. But I talked to the staff and they said that they know about that, and what they do here is they have security stand at the escalator overnight to make sure that nobody comes up. So I mean, it's pretty safe, I will say, because I did leave all my stuff. I didn't put anything down. The reason why is I was tired yesterday, guys. So I didn't feel like putting anything away, so I just left everything the way it is, and I came back, everything was fine. I didn't hear anything happen too from the other vendors, so I'm assuming security did the job. So yeah, that is that. If you guys worry about security here at night, overnight, yeah, that's about it. I can't think of anything else, guys. I hear the vendor area is crazy big, so I gotta go check it out. Maybe Sunday when it gets a little slow. I'm getting a little bit of help on Sunday, so I will go down there and check out the vendor area and see how it is. I'm assuming they always get better traffic because right now it's okay. It's like a mini con but spread out. But yeah, anyway, I'll check in with you guys later. Guys, Anime Matsuri, last day, day 4. Finally the last day. So yesterday, not a lot of things happened. They finally let me move on the last tour, which was kind of dumb and stupid. We've been telling them like, so what happened first yesterday is my neighbor got approved to move, and so what happened next is she told me I should go ahead and talk to the guys in charge here. So I went to so when you come in on the 3rd floor, right next to the escalator, they have like the little Artist Alley HQ where you can, if you need anything, you can talk to them. And so I went there and I talked to the people there, and I asked them, hey, can I request to move? There's all this empty table, and so what they did is they put me on the list. and we were supposed to hear back from them, and then the show opened, and we haven't heard back at all. We kept going back, to ask, at least I did. I kept going back, asking, hey, can I move? And after a while, they're like, hey, we don't want you guys to move. And I'm like, it doesn't make any sense. Like, you walk through. Yesterday, they had like in each row at least 3 or 4 tables empty, and they're leaving everybody on the corners for no reason. And it's on the third day. Yesterday, on the 3rd day, Saturday, the most important day of any con. And so to me, it didn't make sense. Me and my neighbor were a little upset. We kept telling them, there are empty table, and all they did is look at the map and they're like, no, there's somebody there. I'm like, bro, there's nobody there. It's been 3 days. So basically, they told us, seemed like they didn't really, care, to be honest. So I was like, whatever. So we stayed there most of the day, all day basically. And the last 2 hours, two tables down on my left, my neighbor was like, hey, I went to talk to them again. They said, yeah, go ahead and move. And I'm like, man, it's like all day, like they waited all day to move us. It makes no sense. So I went to talk to them, and they're like, they were, again, they gave me the same excuse. They were like, oh man, we got somebody there. And I'm like, no, somebody, like, come with me, I'll show you. It's been 3 days, like I said, nobody's there. And so one of them finally came out and looked on the table I was trying to move to, and they're like, oh, okay, all right, we'll move. I'm like, it took them this long just to move somebody, do a request all day, and all the same tables on all the road that we saw yesterday, they were still empty. So I'm like, that's just bad on them. That's like bad communication. Nobody is like went out there to even bother to go out there and look. The staff people that went that was actually walking around, like I told you guys at the beginning of the show, they're very helpful, they're very nice. Nothing against them, but when I talk to but when you try to get the guys who are in charge of the artist alley, they're like, basically it seems like they were just really weren't doing too much. So that's a letdown. I wish they did something better. Like, you should definitely have a policy that says after the first day at least, if you don't show up past a certain time without like notifying them, then you should be losing your table, because it's unfair for the other artists to be behind, like facing the wall of the bathroom all weekend when you have better spots for them. Like, conventions need to start being better at that. And I'm just being honest. Otherwise, the show itself, like, objectively, there's a lot of people. There is a lot of people. There's 3 floors at the convention, like I said. Attendance is there. My friends who are the vendor down there, they all tell me that it's super packed. Even the neighbors that were just bored and went down there for fun just to check out how the vendor area is. They said it was pretty packed. So yeah, so objectively, there is a lot of people. There is traffic in some area. It's just that it's always a matter of placement. So I can't really right now say if it's a good show, because I made okay. I did okay here. So it wasn't great. I will want to try back again. Hopefully, if I get a better spot, that's for sure. But hopefully they work on that next year on communication. But no, communication is actually pretty good. No, objectively, don't get me wrong. Emails were great. They were great at notifying what was going on their app, which is great. It's just when it's just a table issue. If nobody shows up on the 3rd day, even the 3rd day, man, you gotta help your vendors out, your artists out. But anyway, that's my 2 cents on this. But then again, like I say, we'll see how today goes. I heard that in Texas, it's Sunday, nobody shows up until like afternoon, because everybody go to church. So, which is cool with me. I came in early anyway to rearrange to have a better setup, because yesterday I kind of rushed and just put everything on my table. I got a corner table when I got moved, so it's a good thing. So I reworked the tables just to have a better, better attraction. So we'll see, we'll see how it goes today. Anyway, I'll check back with you guys later.